Hi guys, hope you're having a great evening. This is Sheila and Fred from the Hatfield McCoy Museum Adventures and FS Investigates. We have an update.
Hey guys, they have released body cam footage from the Danville police officers, the three officers that beat up the Dementia fella,
66-year-old
John Hardwick, while he was at Walmart. Sheila's going to play that video, and then we're going to talk on it just a little bit.
Just a second.
Patient who was arrested back in October for alleged shoplifting, among several other charges. Well, this morning, those charges were dropped, and new body cam footage with audio of that incident.
Thank you, everybody, for calling in.
LEX 18's Kaylee Randall was back in Danville to sit down with the man's attorney and relieved wife to get a deeper look into how this happened. And we want to warn you, the video you're about to see may be disturbing to some viewers.
Of course it is.
Very.
Put you in there, or you want to get in there yourself? Get this off. It hurts my hand. What are you doing?
Grab him by the throat.
That is John Hardwick on a Danville
There's
police officer's body cam. The
little guy
66-year-old
that tried
Danville
to take
man
him
with
down.
dementia was arrested at a Walmart on October 15th for alleged shoplifting and public intoxication. Today in Boyle County Court, all charges were dropped and the case dismissed.
Thank the
John's
Lord.
wife, Cindy Hardwick, was in the courtroom.
I can't believe it, and I give God the credit. My God is a big God. And I prayed this morning, it's all in your will, Lord, and I know you'll take care of it. And he has.
Yesterday, we shared with you the Walmart security footage of 3 Danville police officers taking John to the ground. Then the video appears to show an officer hitting him several times. Now,
6.
a different angle of the incident with audio from the officer's camera.
What are you doing?
Put your hands behind your back.
What are you doing?
Put your hands behind your back. Put him on.
What are you doing? On the ground, buddy.
Oh,
Put your hands behind your back. Do it now or you're going to get tased.
God, behind your Oh,
There.
please
I got
quit.
him.
with his knee.
Hurts my.
As the officers remove John from the store, he is heard repeating, "It hurts my hand."
For about 3 days, he said, they hurt me.
Before the encounter with Danville police, Cindy had gone to the store with John often. She explains that someone with dementia needs
Now?
routines.
Yeah.
And that's
Guys, when y'all get a chance, we're not going to go back and play it again, but play this video over and over. Look behind us here on the wall. That is his knee on that gentleman's neck. That police officer, 240 pounds, has got his knee on this elderly man's neck. The young kid there said, "Let's take him to the ground," and started pushing him down. 66-year-old man slammed into the ground. Not counting arthritis, not counting surgeries, not counting anything in life that you have that ails you. And then you're just going to grab him. They don't know his medical condition. They don't know what kind of physical shape he's in or what it hurts with this cold weather with arthritis on somebody. I'll tell you what, that's
He was very confused. He didn't
you know,
understand.
the Kentucky law says that in order to, there's a couple of things that's required when a law enforcement officer makes an arrest. First of all, you have to be a police officer. You have to have the authority to actually arrest somebody. Well, unfortunately, those 3 clowns there have that authority. They're police officers. So they've met that requirement. The other one is that you have to inform. You have to tell the person that you are arresting that they are under arrest. You're under arrest. You have to go with us. Now, maybe we're missing something there. Maybe that's not in here. This is their body cam. I never heard nobody say, "You're under arrest." Put your arms behind you. Put your arms behind you. A man with dementia, in his mind, he don't know if he's been robbed. He don't know if he's been set up. He don't know. He doesn't understand. They don't comprehend.
No, he doesn't process it like we do.
You don't understand. Unless you've dealt with people with dementia, Alzheimer's, they do not. They look normal, everything about them. but their mind is not full. They don't have a fully functional brain, is about the basic way to put it. This guy says, put your hands behind you. What are you doing? What are you doing? You never heard you're under arrest.
Right.
We're taking you to jail. We don't have no probable cause, because you're going to hear this clown here at the Walmart door in a minute state that he never at no time tried to leave the premises, never tried to leave with anything that wasn't paid for. But he says, I think that's enough to charge him with. You've probably got a shoplifting charge.
I think one of the deputies said that, didn't they?
I don't know. I was thinking it was a Walmart guy.
I think the Walmart guy
We'll
said
listen to
he
it.
didn't steal anything and all this and that, and then that deputy said, well, it sounds like whatever.
Well, I'll tell you, this is about the, they've got a good attorney, and I just hope that E takes unless they give him, breaks the bank, take it to a jury trial, because this is a case when people sees this. I wish I know I don't want to live in Boyle County, but if I lived in Boyle County and this case comes before some of you all over there, I hope you watch these videos close and keep in mind that this could be your dad or your grandpa. This was totally uncalled. This is a bunch of clowns wanting to have some action in front of a bunch of people in front of those registers like they're big macho men. It doesn't take a macho man to take that guy right there to the ground. It doesn't take a macho man to sit there and punch somebody when two other men's holding him with his arms behind his back, cuffing him.
Wow.
That is a disgrace. You three fellas should be ashamed of yourself to call yourselves police officers. That is that ain't the most wimpish thing. I've seen some wimpish things in my life, but go ahead, babe, sorry.
No.
It's one of his.
With someone with frontotemporal dementia, it's very big. It is with all, because they don't like to get out of the routine. But for him, if you do something out of line, he will go along with it.
You know, guys, you can see this gentleman wandering around there. If he hadn't had the beer, they might have picked up on the fact that, oh, he must have some kind of a mental incapacity or something. But what, in their mind as police officers, they connect that beer to somebody that's intoxicated, somebody that's having issues or AI. Now, it's got nothing to do with the beer. This man, you can watch the way he walks around. He doesn't know where he's at or what he's doing.
Yeah, you can tell by his steps.
But the beer, since he's having this issue with the beer, and like I said, I don't even know, I know the wife seems to be a good Christian lady, and I would say that he is too, if they've been married that long and together. He may not even drink beer. I mean, we'll find out eventually. He may not even drink beer. That may just be something, if he's walking around shopping and he's seen somebody else get beer, I know that's hard to comprehend.
Right.
Unless you've dealt with somebody like that. But because they see somebody else get something, a person with dementia picks it up and puts it in their buggy too. Things that they can't even use or will never use, but they saw somebody else get it. And I can relate to her, because we would take Mother to Walmart and let her walk around, and we see this. We know what happens.
It's pitiful.
They say things they would never have said. They do things they would never do. They just like to... Go ahead.
I have a question. Can you see this cart here? Is that beer in that cart? Is that his?
I don't know.
So as long as he does his routine, he's very calm.
During the shopping trip, Cindy
Routine.
stopped to speak with a couple who attends her church.
Anything out of the
John
way.
in process and not realizing what had gone down.
They had asked for his license, and he knows what the license is for, but he doesn't know that's a license.
What is
He knows
the
he got
purpose
to drive.
in punching
That's
that
probably all
man?
he knows.
Danville police say the employee put the alcohol behind the register. Then John
Stop
walked
it there a
around.
minute.
It didn't show.
Guys, if Danville Police, if Tony Gray, the police chief in Danville, doesn't fire at least the officer doing the punching and striking and the assault, that is nothing but assault on that elderly old man. Feeble, elderly old man.
Confused.
Again, if that was a black man laying on that floor, and I don't want to get racial, but you know, everybody always, it's funny how it's okay if somebody else gets racial. Let's just don't us get racial. Well, I'm tired of that. Tony is a good guy. Everything I've ever known about Tony Gray is a good fella. Tony Gray is a black man. Now, if that was a black man laying on that floor and him the police chief in Danville, Kentucky, knowing Danville, Kentucky and the way they would be raising Cain, he would fire that officer. He would probably fire them all three. And they would demand the firing of all three of those guys. But if he don't charge that officer with 4th degree assault and fire him like he would do if that man was a black man, then he needs to go too. He needs to go too. Or Danville is going to be like the Kentucky State Police. They're going to lose all credibility if they keep this stuff up. And rightly so. Go ahead, babe. I'll shut up. I'm sorry, guys.
It's all good, baby.
Counter
No
and
worries.
picked it back up. Then they say John tried to leave the store.
He's passed all points of sale.
He hasn't passed any yet. He hasn't stolen anything, but he did walk in the back behind the customer service desk and grab these off the shelf.
He has
Wow.
not passed any point of sale. He has not
See,
stolen
so he didn't
anything.
steal.
Watch the officers.
Why did they charge him with the
next
stop it?
reaction.
Why did that officer, that's what you call a false report, guys. You know, is it okay for police to lie? It's not right for him to steal. It's not right for him to lie. It's not right for him to be drunk. It's not right for him to assault or resist arrest. But this policeman, you just heard, you're right, baby. Thank you for clearing that up. Mm-hmm. You just heard the Walmart security guy say he didn't pass no point of security. He didn't take nothing. Mm-hmm. And the police officer said, we can charge him with shoplifting. Really? He just told you nothing like that happened. How can you write that on it? He charged it. That is actually on that official document. That is falsifying a police report. If you do it, or now that I'm retired, I do it, it's a crime. He just falsified a police report by writing on there that he tried to steal something. And if the blood, I'm hoping they took blood at the hospital, and if his blood test comes back with no alcohol or nothing that would be intoxicating, that's another charge that was made up. Which, they've dismissed it. They've dismissed, thank the Lord, they've dismissed the charges, rightly so, because they're bogus charges. Now, charge the person that made the bogus charges. Charge that police officer right there, the one that was doing the punching for sure. And the two grown men that slammed that old man to the ground, charged him with elderly abuse. Was there a reason? Is it such an emergency, guys, that first you don't even tell him he's under arrest, then you just grab him and start wrestling with him, putting cuffs on him? Is there a reason that we have to go that fast? Hey, listen here, pal. We've had some misunderstandings here. We're going to have to take you with us. Just in case. Let's say that maybe there's a possibility that nowadays with as much dementia and Alzheimer's as we got, and autism that we have going around, wow. If you keep those three officers, Chief, it's a disgrace. I know everybody's short on police officers, but if you keep people like that on a police force, and we're all seeing it, and I'd say there's more. I'd say, where's the other two body cams? That's just one body cam we're looking at. What's the other two body cams show? We haven't seen those yet. You get them. Right there sits one of the best attorneys that's in the state of Kentucky. He'll get them. Go ahead, baby.
Okay, I have a question. Average Joe Schmo, doesn't he get in trouble if he files a false report?
Of course.
So that's what this gentleman did.
Of course.
So he should be
It's
in
a criminal
trouble as well.
charge.
So he should be in trouble
It's
as
a
well.
criminal charge. He lied on that police report because the security guy said he didn't pass the line of security. He didn't take nothing. Mm-hmm. He said, we'll charge him with theft. We'll charge him with...
And you'll hear that coming up here. This is when he says it.
He sounds like enough for shoplifting for me.
Why didn't they
See?
contact me in there?
Sounds like enough for shoplifting.
I even tried to carry in my car his
Right there.
papers on fronto temporal.
Look at
Danville
him.
police also stressed that John refused to be handcuffed and they had to
Stop
force
it.
him to the ground.
He's leg whipped.
Now,
to the
this is your
ground.
police chief. I read that earlier. This is your police chief that said he had to be forced to the ground. He didn't know what was going on. At what point, Tony? At what point did these guys tell this man that he's under arrest? At what point, before they grabbed him and started manhandling him, did they say, put your hands behind your back?
Because he looked at him and said, what are you doing?
Wow. Well, I feel
There was an attempt at a chokehold. The officer used strikes to the suspect's shoulder to gain the suspect's compliance. I guess Chief Gray believes striking a 66-year-old man on the ground is appropriate.
If he does, he needs to go.
Of us, we the people.
After John is walked out of the Walmart, one of the officers
What's
is
here?
seen tightening and double locking his handcuffs as he pleads for them to be removed.
No.
Stop it.
Get this off. I'm not taking these off of you two.
Real macho man. No, you wouldn't want to take him off. Don't let him get loose on you. He'd liable to put a whooping on you. Gun to sakes, no, keep him handcuffed. You might put shackles on him. Look at the other guy. This guy's camera is shining at his back.
I think this is the one that tried to take him in the chokehold.
But the other guy across from him, if you look on his shirt, he's also got a camera. So you've got a frontal view and everything that this other officer, both officers, whether they laughed, whether they joked, whether they gave each other high five for beating up an elderly abuse,
Dementia.
incapacitated person. So go ahead, go ahead. Shut up.
No. You're fine. It's all good. No worries.
You getting to outside the jail?
In Boyle County,
Yeah.
Randall, LEX 18.
Yeah, let's get you. Watch out. See his camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get him inside the jail before we take them cuffs off him. It could break bad. I'm glad there was 3 of them. Wow. Hope they don't never get a hold of. Sad video, guys.
It is. Very sad.
Sad. If you live in Boyle County and you put up with that, then that's your fault. If you put up with that in Boyle County, first of all, if that was a black man on that ground, and I don't want to harp on it, this is definitely not racial. This is mistreatment of a man, a person, an elderly, a human being. Mistreatment. But if that was a black man, this would be handled different. You wouldn't see Tony Gray writing these things out that he was trying to take them to the ground, that he was trying to get them to comply. Really? Really? I hope she gets $20 million. I know it's not about money, and you can never. That man there, in his mind, he can never. When he connects that with Walmart or going shopping or anything,
he's traumatized.
He's traumatized. That sticks with somebody with dementia. When you treat them a certain way or somebody does something to them, that's the bad thing seems to be what they remember more. They stand out more than the good stuff. I'm not a doctor. I don't know.
No, we
I
experienced
didn't even
things
stay at a
about
Holiday Inn last night, but we did care for somebody with dementia. And you're up, baby.
Ooh. All right, guys. We hope you're having a great evening. Please stay warm. Please like, subscribe, and share.
We got to do something about cops, guys. We need police.
Yes.
We need police. This world, this country would be wild without our police officers, but we need good police. If we have to pay them triple pay, pay them. It'd be better off to pay them and get better quality people than it is to pay insurance premiums from all the lawsuits that you're going to get from hiring substandard officers.
Accountability. They need that.
Bye, guys.
Bye.